Hello everyone, very welcome to FlowerFairy Flora channel. It's time for a new bedtime story with FlowerFairy Flora. For the first time you can see it here, her picture, she's amazing. And she is the main character of FlowerFairy Flora's audio meditative fairy tales. You can read more about them into the link up or down, well, the link below. And these are very special stories because they help you to create better day if you listen them in the morning. In the evening, children and adults also can release stress. And there is one thing why also adults should listen these stories together with children, because you are a great sample if you use meditation techniques and this sort of stories together with children. So don't lose your time. Go and find link after this story, of course. For today, I will read to you lovely story, Little Miss Splendid by Roger Hargreaves. I really like the message of this story, so I would like to share it with you. Prepare your ears and let's go and listen. Little Miss Splendid was going on a long holiday. For the 100th time she checked that she hadn't forgotten anything. Splendid, I have all my most beautiful jewels and my very best shoes. For the 200th time she checked that her outfit was perfect. Mirror, mirror on the wall, am I the most splendid of them all? Of course, her mirror didn't reply, but little Miss Splendid was so enchanted by her reflection that she didn't notice. But before she went, little Miss Splendid had one last thing to do. She had organized a grand farewell party and had invited all her friends. A party? Grumbled Mr. Uppity as he arrived at little Miss Splendid's home. Does she think we will miss her? Not at all. Good riddance. When little Miss Splendid checked for the 300th time that she was splendid, Mr. Greedy spotted the table of food. This food is disgusting, sniffed Mr. Uppity rudely. Would you like a cup of tea? Offered Mr. Tall. Ordinary tea? Certainly not, snapped Mr. Uppity. Little Miss Splendid appeared in her grand doorway and addressed the crowd. My dear friends, I'm so sorry to be leaving you for a few days. It is the price on has to pay for fame. My beauty is known throughout the world, and it is my duty to let others admire it. Please don't shed a tear for me. To help you to manage without me, I have had a splendid idea. Over to you, Mr. Strong. Ta-da! And this is what she did. A statue. Nobody was impressed. Little Miss Splendid was far too vain and needed to be taught a lesson. And little Miss Magic had a plan. More splendid, commanded little Miss Magic, and in a flash, Where the statue had once stood, there was a mountain of miniature statues of little Miss Splendid, and each one was identical. As you can imagine, little Miss Splendid was furious that the statue she had designed had been changed. And her statue looks like that. Marvelous, teased Mr. Toe. The statue will make a perfect doorstop. This will make an original garden gnome, chuckled Mr. Uppity, taking a miniature statue. I've been looking for a scarecrow, cried Mr. Small. At last the birds will stop stealing my strawberries. A doorstop, a garden gnome, a scarecrow, shouted little Miss Splendid. Whatever next? Don't worry, giggled little Miss Magic. I have another idea. Double trouble, she shouted. And double there was. One little Miss Splendid to go on holiday and one to stay at home. You look splendid, said little Miss Splendid 1 to little Miss Splendid 2. And they looked like that. So, 2 of them the same. Almost as splendid as me. So, little Miss Splendid taught a lesson. Nobody was impressed because of her statue, and so little Miss Magic had another plan. Sometimes it's great to be splendid, but we have to be careful that we don't become a bit too splendid, I would say, with a nice tone. So this is it for this evening. I wish you a very good night and see you soon. Enjoy! Bye! Mwah.